Hey everyone, I'm the Island Farmer. Thanks for joining me. I hit 500 subscribers. That's amazing. I can't believe it. Thanks everyone, especially you guys that are probably watching this. Um, I realized I was making quarterly tour videos, garden tour videos, and there's just too much happening in between those videos. 4 videos a year for winter, spring, summer, and fall. I thought that'd be a good idea, and it is, but it's just not enough. I feel like you guys are missing quite a bit that's happening in between these videos because stuff grows so fast here during spring and summer. I'm also going to respond to a couple of the more popular comments I've had. Uh, One of them being the mulberry trees. Thanks, guys. I mean, like, I don't know everything. I think that's why we're all here, is to try and learn from one another. Um, I've never seen a mulberry tree before last year. I saw one up in North Florida for the first time. It wasn't huge, but after reading the comments, I did think about it, and they do have very branchy structure with their roots and everything. So I was like, yeah, maybe I should have planted those right on the house, and the berry staining and stuff like that. So that was a mistake I made. Thanks for pointing that out. I took those out, got them in pots, gonna put them elsewhere. Put a little pear tree right there, Bartlett pear. They don't get very big, and the roots aren't very crazy. That one's doing very good. Not sure if you can see this behind me here. My Loquat tree is making fruit, finally, after so long. I didn't think it was going to ever make fruit. So I was looking, and it looks like there's some pretty ripe ones up here. This is my first time, so I'm going to let them really ripen. Get that in focus. They do have this kind of like a fuzz to them, so we'll wash that off. I still don't think this one is all the way ripe. There's a little bit of green on it. Came off pretty easy though, and I've tried a few of them that have been about this ripeness, and they're delicious. I'm gonna let some really ripen, see how good they can get. It did drop a few green fruit the other day, and usually that's a sign that the tree isn't getting the water it wants to support all the fruit, so it drops a few to save some of them. And it is our dry season right now in Florida, so I did realize, I got it on sprinklers, but it's just 2 misters that hit it, and I'm like, it's a big fruit tree fruiting right now for 2 misters. So I've been putting the hose on it as for some additional water to try and help the fruit out, since it seems to be lacking in that right now. It is our dry season, but these are amazing. First time ever trying them a few days ago. They don't sell these in the store apparently because they have a low shelf life. They ripen pretty quick and go bad, so they don't stock them in stores, supermarkets. Has a citrusy taste without the acidicness. Kind of almost like a sweet citrus. So good. Texture's good. So juicy. I love these things. I'm gonna eat every single one. I got this big seed in them. That is good. Can't wait for more of those to ripen. So that's really exciting. The Loquat tree making fruit finally. The chickens are laying eggs a month early, it seems. They're still kind of small right now. I guess they'll get their full size over the next couple weeks, but that's why they're making the noise. This is the project I've been working on. Again, responding to comments on the videos. A bunch of people are like, oh, you got so much room for more trees. And I was like, yeah, you know, but it's my backyard. So I've been trying to figure out how to design an island in here to put some more trees. And this is what I came up with. You know, I ordered all the stones. Got those delivered here. I got some topper stones. I think I got enough here. Might need to order a little bit more because I'm making it a little bit bigger and kind of putting a little bit more design into it. But my lovely neighbor that lives behind me has all these river rocks in her backyard from the previous owner that put them there. And she wants grass, she wants sod, so she's like, hey, you know, you can have these if you want to go through the trouble of removing them, which is what I've been using. My little cart, my landscaping cart, and a flat shovel, doing it load by load by load by load. Probably got like 40-50 loads with that thing. I'm probably like halfway done, so gonna get all that rock back here. Unfortunately I have to move it twice. It's gonna go in these pathways which are not ready for the rock, but she's trying to landscape her yard, so I have like a deadline to get the rock out of there and over here. So I'm just putting it in the middle for right now, while I, you know, get my pathways all level and how I want them, and then I'll just move the rock over the pathways, and then this gets filled with dirt in here, and all these trees will get planted. I'm not even sure if you guys can hear me with all these birds. I was wondering why she was making so much noise. Abundance of eggs. So most of the views on my YouTube are from this duck pond video. Therefore, most of the comments are about this duck pond video. So let's talk about that for a second. One comment that really stood out to me was kind of early on. Someone was like, why didn't you just use foundation stones to make this? Which these are foundation stones. And at the time, I didn't really, you know the cost for a lot of these landscaping stones materials, and I just assumed that doing this wood would be way cheaper, which the wood was cheap. It was probably like 20 or 30 bucks for the wood I used to frame that out. However, I you know, wanted some stones for the front here because I've never really worked with stones before, and I ended up spending quite a bit on those, which I probably could have bought landscaping stones to do the whole thing. Looking back on it, I probably should have done that. I probably could have plumbed it out pretty similar to how I've done. It would have lasted forever. Probably would have looked just as good, if not better. But this works. It was my first iteration of this design. Definitely want to get some more land and probably rebuild all this stuff. And I'll probably do it with landscaping stones if I do it again. One thing I would like to do if I redo this is put a lot of framing inside of here, which would be easy to tie to this existing wood. That would make this pond pretty sturdy and make the whole structure sturdy. Not really sure what I would do if I did it with landscaping stones. Maybe pour concrete for this to sit on inside of here. That way it never moves. And I've been, another comment I got was, you know, why don't you put rocks up here? I've been wanting to do that since day one. This is what the ducks do. They sit in the pond and then they dig out here. They grab a mouthful of dirt and they put the dirt in the pond. And they just keep doing this. And they've like dug pretty much a trench around the whole side. So I've been wanting to put rocks in there. I just want to get this pond settled really good to where when I put the rocks in there, I don't have to adjust things again. I did have to take this pond out again. The pipe that drains it, I put a big rock under that pipe to try and keep the pipe from settling. That way it doesn't go like this and then water and dirt gets stuck on the low part. I wanted to keep it like this so the water drains out. I guess that rock slipped and it was starting to get plugged up every time I drained it. So I took this out. It took like 5 minutes to take this thing out. Like, doesn't take any time at all. I have a video on doing that if you want to see how that's done. I just raised the pipe up and put another rock under there, and it's draining super good again. So there's just things like that that I want to try to figure out. The ramp, if any of you guys have a good idea on how to put river rocks up here, put river rocks down here, and keep the ducks from knocking them down this ramp. I've been thinking about maybe even just doing like concrete right here. That way it kind of keeps the rocks up here. They can walk up this, it doesn't get trampled, and then we'll have river rocks come up to it, you know, and be out here. I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know. Would love to hear that. Other than that, the pond's been working great. I got a sprinkler system in here that's tied to the sprinklers in the whole yard. It's been working great. Bananas are doing good. They're thinning themselves out now that they've made their bananas. These are starting to ripen there. Probably see the yellow. These are those mulberries I was talking about. You can see you got some fruit on there. Got some more blueberries. Pretty cheap. We got tons of blueberries on them. Got a couple guavas. My desert rose. The red one died. Someone commented that I planted them too deep. The bulb is supposed to be above ground. Now I've had this one for a long time and I've moved it a bunch, which is probably why it's growing so weird. But I guess the bulb was above ground before, and since I dug out all the old dirt and put new dirt in here, it's been settling quite a bit. So I did accidentally bury these a little deep. Luckily I realized what I was doing and saved this one. Unfortunately the red one died. It's like a couple little stems here left. They're probably not going to make it. That loofah's growing out of the sidewalk. It's kind of funny. I had to trim this flat leaf parsley. That was going insane. The peppercorn almost died. I'm grateful it didn't. There's some new shoots coming back from the bottom. Not really sure what's going on with that. Giving it some fertilizer, and I'm going to try to get some worms and put them in there to try and till the soil a little bit. The coconut did die, however, I'm so sad about that. It's kind of expensive. Not sure if it just got too cold and it was too small still. This was a low part in the ground when I planted it. It was black, kind of like almost muddy dirt there with a lot of grubs in there. And I'm thinking it rotted. So I got some bunch of sand now and I made a mound. And I got this one a little bit cheaper. It's a little bit smaller, so we're going to try it again. This is what I really wanted to show you guys. This is the most exciting thing ever. The lychee tree's fruiting, flowering. Yesterday there was like a whole bunch of bees and wasps and stuff all over this thing. I thought it was going to take like 15 years for this thing to fruit. But I guess I got pretty lucky. See a couple pollinators there. Looks like a yellow jacket. Don't like them, but seems everything likes this lychee tree. Every type of bee, every type of wasp. There's another type. Seen the green orchid bees. We're back on this thing. Bees are on it. Alright everyone, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate all the support so far. And thanks for watching.